Alright, welcome back to the actually final video for the second dates of Helltaker here. For the last date, we are going to have a date with Lucy. Now this one was very interesting last time I played it. The first date, I mean. It ended more on like a somber note than anything. So I'm actually curious to see where this one will take us anyway. Let's head right in. Ah, Taker, I've been looking for you. Really? I've been doing some thinking since our last chat, and I believe you're correct. Naturally, but run the specifics by me again. You're absolutely right about the amount of work I do. I should let someone else assist me in my jobs, and I've got just the person in mind. Let me guess, tall, muscular, dashingly handsome, and with insufferable high opinion of himself, apparently. Grab your lunch. We're going on a little business trip. Where to? Where do you think? We're going back to hell. I'm going to try and take things a little easier and work more from the house rather than basing all my operations in hell. What part do I play in this adventure? Pack mule. Figures. The skeletons are on a strike again. I need someone to help me carry all the paperwork back to the mortal world. Do you have any idea how many cases I have to review every day? We have thousands of souls joining our kingdom by the hour. That does sound overwhelming. I'd be more than happy to accompany you and help out however I can. However, what is your concern? What with everything that's been going on, I'm not sure how comfortable I feel leaving the house for long periods of time. I wouldn't worry, we won't be gone long, but if it will make you feel better, you could deputize one of the more responsible demons to act in our absence. That's an excellent idea, but who do you trust to keep the peace while you're gone? Only two other demons really fit that role. Which one to choose? Who do I... Justice! You need something? Lucifer and I are going back to hell for a little while. Would you mind making sure the three dingbats don't burn the local preschool down while we're gone? Sure thing. Mind if we order out tonight? Cerberus will probably stick around and behave if she knows we're getting pizza. That shouldn't be a problem. Just make sure to leave us enough to eat when we get back. Did I? Oh, okay, I thought I missed something because I thought I seen something in the corner of my room there. Well, I'm relatively certain the house isn't going to go up in flames for at least another 24 hours. Plenty of time for us to make our little business trip, I should think. Turning on the spot, Lucifer waves her hand, opening up a red-tinted portal in the center of the living room. The acrid smell of brimstone permeates the air, causing your eyes to stream. Come along then, Taker. We haven't all day. You follow her into the swirling energy of the portal. The feeling of traveling between realities varies greatly depending on who is providing the means of transportation. Lucifer's method of travel amounts to the dimensional equivalent of a limousine, smooth, classy, and is about as comfortable as having all your atoms configured can actually be. Shadowy shapes blur past the two of you, eventually forming themselves into the black crimson trappings of hell. You recognize the space as Lucifer's office. Her polished black desk overflowing with papers and work orders. You start to take a step forward, but are stopped by a masculine, manicured, unyielding hand at your shoulder. Don't move. Hold still for a second. I forgot to give you something. She extends her hand. A small pentacle suspended from a silver chain lays flat against her palm. This should protect you from the miasma of hell. After all, what good is an assistant who can only take a dozen steps before bursting into flames? That's fair. Lucifer leans in close and claps the chain behind your neck. There, you're all safe now. But do me a favor and try not to destroy any skeletons that you happen to run into, okay? I'll try. The two of you walk over to the desk. Lucifer visibly winces as as a stack of paper falls over, adding its contents to the already sizable mess that covers the grounds. I can see we've got our work cut out for us. Indeed, fortunately. I just realized I left a blind person to watch everything. Oh well. Lucifer twirls her fingers in the air and two slick, shining briefcases materialize out of thin air. It feels good to have my full power back at my disposal. The mortal world hinders my abilities to some degree. Trying to cast a spell up there is like trying to paint a picture with weighted straps on to my hands. Oh my. Hang on, I gotta do something. I'll be right back in 1 second of a jiffy. I have no idea why I said it like that. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's continue. She hands you one of the briefcases. Snapping it open, you suspect that there's no way that its modest interior can contain the sheer quantity of papers strewn across the room. Do you want these separated in any particular fashion, or? I wouldn't worry about it. I'm used to separating the important documents from the routine ones anyway. The clerical demons have adopted print them all and let Lucifer sort them out as a principal motto with regards to bureaucracy. The two of you begin stuffing papers into the suitcases. Despite their modest size, they never seem to quite fill up, no matter how many documents are placed inside them. While the novelty of the suitcases distracts you momentarily, you soon become bored with the task at hand. See, Lucifer. Yes? Oh. Ask about the sisters. Or ask about the dog. Ooh. Well, I guess the hellhound, really. You know, I'm gonna ask about Cerberus. I'm curious. Cerberus seems different than other demons. Hardly a unique conversation, but do continue. Even looking beyond the multiple bodies, I've seen Cerberus experience strange, unpredictable personality shifts. She appears innocent most of the time, but she can turn quite nasty as unpredictable intervals. Her erratic behavior could be attributed to her rather unique upbringing. She's not exactly a naturally developed resident of Hell, rather an entity molded to serve a particular purpose. Oh, and what purpose is that? Cerberus acts as a form of insurance to guarantee Hell remains in its current state. Not sure I understand. Are you saying that Cerberus isn't really a demon? Not quite. She's as true as a demon as any of us, and I've tried my best to ensure she is well adapted to life in Hell, despite the responsibilities that's been forced upon her. Interesting. How do most demons come to be anyway? I believe in terms of best suited to describing the phenomenon to you would be gravity. Down here in Hell, over thousands of years, emotions and impulses pack together, curing more and more until finally birthing a brand new demon. Like calls to like, so most demons have demonstrated inclinations towards their founding feelings. Anger, laziness, deceit, ambition, all the foundational clay from which a demon can be born. And what then? Are demons just born sharply dressed and consumed by their hungers? Fortunately, no. Many of us had a guiding hand to help us along the way. In the depth, oh my god, my nose always gets stuffy whenever I talk for long periods of time. Yes, I was recording a lot today. In the depths of Hell, there is an immensely powerful demon who takes it upon herself to foster and shape the infant demons she comes across. So there's actually baby demons? Oh, interesting. Few demons can make it very far without her helping hand. Her name is Lilith, but to the denizens of Hell, she is known as the Mother Demon. She sounds fascinating. I wonder where she came from. The two of you spend the next hour or so engaging in speculation between the civil states of hell and how it compares to that of Earth. Eventually, if you wouldn't mind finishing up with the packing, I have an old friend to catch up with before we leave. If you mind doing the last little bit, you don't mind doing the last little bit, do you? Of course not. As you were then. I won't be away for long. Lucifer departs the room, leaving you to finish packing the papers into the briefcases. Before long, you stuff the last of the papers into the briefcases, forcing the lid shut with moderate effort. You look around the room. Lucifer has not yet returned. 5 minutes later, and still no signs of Hell's president. Unperturbed by her absence, you start peering down the various corridors, wondering what could be down there. As long as I don't go kicking any skeletons, surely she won't mind if I look around a little. I mean, that was basically all he did before he met Lucifer, eh? Most of the rooms you've traveled through are scenes of hectic activity. Small imps struggle to stample gargantuan folders together, and a nearby printer snatches an unsuspecting succubus out of the air with a long sticky tongue. Various break room dots the office, and inside you catch glimpses of the occasional demon or skeleton drinking tea, brewing with the squirming bag of human souls. You are unchallenged as you stride through the office, and while one or two lesser demons do try to catch your eye, the sleight of the amulet around your neck proves insufficient to dissuade any unwanted attention. Several rooms later, you come across a particular facade of architecture. In an abandoned, run-down part of the castle, two massive obsidian doors stand. Bowed outward from within, it appears as though these doors have been damaged trying to contain some immense force. The doors are ajar, and you very much doubt they could even fully close, given their degree of disfigurement. Might as well have a look inside. Ooh. Stepping through the twisted doors, you find yourself in an enormous, devastated hall. Sulphurous air flows freely in and out of the jagged holes torn through the walls. Looking around, you realize this place must once have been an audience chamber, a lavish room where the denizens of hell must have come to pay tribute to their lords. Some massive explosion must have once long ago vaporized the room and its inhabitants. The mighty blast has bent the stone walls outwards as easily as if they could be made of cloth, and tattered holes give passing views of the nightmare vista of hell. At the far end of the shattered hall, 4 black monoliths stand, massive thrones of ebony untouched and by the desolation that surrounds them. Among the base of these pillars lay strewn dozens upon dozens of broken tools, picks snapped in half at the handles, shovels, heads bent and cast aside. It looks as though someone has tried very, very hard to destroy these surviving relics. Standing before the throne, head slumped, stands Lucifer, Queen of Hell. You begin to pick your way over the rubble, moving towards her. Lucifer? Why are you all the way out here? I thought you were catching up with a friend. The Queen of Hell slowly turns and you see something in her eyes that stops you dead in your tracks. Tears. She makes a muted gesture to a small polished stone slate propped on the ground before her. I am. It's been a long time since I last came to visit her. She gestures to the polished tablet. The stone marks a spot where my greatest ally paid the price for my naivety. She gave up her name and her identity to assist me in my ascent to the throne of hell. We were sick of seeing the former lords squander their power and influence on self-indulgence. We wanted to be better, to make things better, to make things different, to make things right in hell. We mortals have a certain saying regarding paving roads with good intentions. With the strength of the High Prosecutor Justice, we challenge the ruling demon lords, primal incarnations of sloth, greed, gluttony, and wrath. After a troubled battle, we toppled them from their throne onto the floor where the rest of us walked. Standing there above them, we truly believed we'd won a decisive victory. Flushed with our idolisms, we turned our backs on those we conquered. We showed them mercy. Her voice breaks and tears begin to flow down her cheeks in earnest. Our mercy was paid in blood and betrayal. As our last vicious action, the incarnation of wrath struck my friend through the heart, sacrificing her own power to take something precious from me. We couldn't kill them, so instead we broke them. We rent their demonic forms asunder and scattered them into the mortal world. We took all that they had and cast them out. What happened to them after that, I do not know. Was it all you thought it would be? Lucifer turns to you, her gaze piercing despite the tears still beating at the corner of her eyes. Of course it wasn't. There isn't a day that goes by that I'm not reminded of the price I paid for power. It's one of the reasons I come here, to remind myself of the cost of ambition. May I pay my respects as well? Of course. As you kneel to pay your respects, you notice a epitaph, a small name etched onto the memorial. Wait, this name looks like... How could that be? Something the matter? It's nothing. There must be a reason Lucifer omitted the demon's name from the tale. Whatever the full story is, you aren't likely to get it here. Not now, and not from Lucifer. Let's return home then. Once more, Lucifer opens up a portal and the two of you step through it, back to the mortal world. Mortal world. As the house starts to take shape around you, something seems off. Looks like some kind of party bomb went off in the living room. Oh boy. Board games, pizza boxes, and empty glasses litter the room. Judging from the bottles littering the floor, Justice even managed to coax down Melina from her room to join in the festivities. Reclining on the couch and thoroughly entwined with the sleeping bodies of Cerberus, Justice gives you a wink and puts a finger into her lips. You gesture at the mayhem surrounding you, and Justice gestures helplessly at the snoozing demon surrounding her. You hope then means she'll take responsibility for cleaning up come morning. Oh, you lean over and whisper in Lucifer's ear. I'm beat. I think I'll clock out for the night. You hold up the briefcases. Want me to drop these off in your room before I hit the hay? If you would, and thank you. Thank you for coming with me. Somewhere close by. Idiots. Is it really so hard to follow a simple rule? Yeah, Lucifer's going off just by story and not by my bias. I'd say the deepest story here so far is probably Lucifer. I mean, Pandemonica has one. It's a really good one. I thought it started off more as like... It started off a bit iffy, but when I got to the second date, that was really good. Oh, I'll just leave my thoughts for the end. Do not engage. As your mind's so degraded that I have to write instructions down on my hands before I send you out for reconnaissance? Oh, excuse me. In fairness, my queen, they went looking for us with this time. Shut it, Mammon. Need to remind you it was your lack of control that attracted the hellhounds in the first place? Who the hell's Sathanas? If you hadn't succumbed to your base impulses, our movement could have continued unnoticed. It's not my fault you lack proper leadership skills. Besides, if I recall correctly, we're the ones doing you the favor here. Unless you found an alternative solution to deal with your problem. Oh, some pretty nice art. That's enough of your insubordination. Even in my current state, I can still muster the strength to beat you to the ground 100 times over. If you're quite finished dressing us down, I'm going to head out. I have a shift starting in 20 minutes. Right, I'll be on my way as well. You won't wiggle out of this one, Mammon. We still have more to discuss. Oh? Your disguise has been pierced. The Hellhounds has your scent. You are now far too much of a liability to send out on your own. Psst. I like her smile. She won't be any more trouble. She can't make a move on me unless she has a justifiable cause to act. Yes, but unless you've forgotten, there are 8 more individuals in our household who are under no such restrictions. For the time being, your job as reconnaissance is at an end. What? You can't bench me? Who's gonna do all the recon work if not for good old Mammon? A resident busybody should suffice for observation. She's already proved to be several times more competent than you, Mammon. And unlike you, she's never clashed with them directly. Perhaps it's just in their nature to avoid physical engagement. Besides, I do still have a task for you, and one befitting your potential. Now that you've been sniffed out by the Hellhounds, our enemy will know of our presence. I suspect action will soon be taken against us. It only seems fitting then that we will... Oh, jeez. It will only seem fitting that we will pull out our ace in the hole for a preemptive strike, does it not? You can't mean you're actually going to let her in on this. Thanks to your blunders, I can't see another viable option, can you? But you've known her longer than most. You've seen the sorts of things she's done. Are you sure you want to turn her loose? We'll lose all pretense of subtlety, which is why you'll be responsible for managing her out on the field, for collecting collateral damage in an acceptable degree. You want to get your hands dirty, so this ought to be quite the reward for you now. You want me to act as damage control for... No. Alright. No. You don't understand. Have you seen the messes that Belle leaves behind? Huh? Belle? That's different, right? It's spelled differently, so I don't know. No way, no how am I getting anywhere near that. So, that's how it's going to be. You're just going to shirk away, abandon your duty just like you always have? I seem to recall a time when the 4 of us were poised to lose everything. But you know, memory's a funny thing. Because I seem to recall only 3 of us fighting to keep what was ours. Belphegor might forget, and Abaddon might forgive your craven actions. But I shall do neither, Mammon, and you do well to remember it. So what's it going to be? Will you do as you're told for one in our miserable existence? Or am I going to be forced to render you as spineless as your actions thus far profess you to be? I'll take that as a yes. Now, all that remains then is to explain the situation to your new partner. Belphegor! Oh! I like that design. So it's Belphegor, okay. Present. What do you need, Salt? Sassy? Ugh. You can't just pop up like that, Belle. Or Beale. Belphegor, you were listening? Only in the beginning, then I got kind of bored. Do you know then that I'm offering you an active role in this? Wow, Sathi. You must really be feeling the heat if you're considering letting me off the leash. Though it pains me to admit it, you have recovered far more of our of our former powers and the rest of us. The time has come to play them against our common enemy. Mammon here has kindly volunteered to be your guide in this venture. No thanks. I don't really need weaklings to chaperone me. Besides, I already know where they live. I've visited the house several times to people watch. Take her with you anyways. She might prove to be useful. Doubtful. But I'll try my best to make her feel included. Promise. And speaking of useless things, what am I to do with Chattel that might get in my way? Or is that cattle? I don't know. As long as that particular individual remains untouched, you may do as you will with the others. Yes. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Come on, Fleabag. No need to look like such a sourpuss. That's some nice art. I know, we can go get some cotton candy on the way. That'll cheer you up. Hey, let go. Ow, stop dragging. Satanas, help me. Now our game begins in earnest. Your move. Usurper? That seems like the end. Hey guys, I just want to say thanks for playing our game. Written by Owen Nagler and Morgan Day. CGs and sprites were drawn by Dana O'Hara. Character animations were created by Void.exe. Void.exe actually has a YouTube channel too, which he draws those skits and stuff. Or not skits, but he animates like different types of stuff with Helltaker characters. It's actually pretty funny. Done by Remate. Inspiration for sprite work was provided by Rio and Team Zoel and Rue. Inspiration for some scenes provided by Amadeus Films. Most music used was created by Mitzi's on YouTube, although some was taken from royalty-free sites. Sound effects were taken from YouTube's creator library. The title screen art was created by Lit Riz Connor at Le Rico on Twitter. I'm botching all these names. The Helltaker house redesign was created by Siege Sigel 6 on Reddit. Various backgrounds were commissioned and created by Fuyu Nakala. Various placeholder backgrounds were created by and compiled by Minical and Deal on Deal site. All backgrounds used are subject to change. They all did. Once again, thank you guys for playing the game, and be sure to leave us feedback on how we did with this demo. What feedback can I give? I would say all the stories for this was very... Man, it's just hard to make any type of criticism here. As I'm really enjoying all these stories. I would say that Justice's story was a little... I'm not even being biased here, but I thought it was really short. Like, I think that was the shortest one out of all of them, which kind of disappointed me. Modius's was, I would say, average length. Same with Panamonica. I think Panamonica was slightly short. It felt short anyway. And then the others were fine, I thought. Well, Judgment has also felt pretty short too. They're all good though, I would say that. I believe that Bell thing is, or the Bell stuff, I think is more like just an Easter egg than anything. But I did get all of it, I'm pretty sure. The CG gallery. Caesar Zazel. Oh. Lucifer. Judgment. Oh, I'm missing one apparently. Oh well. I don't know how I'm gonna get that, but we'll figure it out anyway. But yeah, I would say that this is a mod I'm really looking forward to play the third dates for them whenever those release. But anyway, I'm gonna end it off here. Alright. I appreciate everyone who's been watching these videos, because a lot of people have been watching these, and it feels pretty nice, you know? Feels pretty nice to make some content and like it being appreciated. It took a while because I had to shift all my content for people to actually start watching my other stuff, but I'm really happy that, you know, doing that. I am really grateful for that. And I just want to say thank you. When the third dates release, I'll be covering those because I'm really liking everything that's going on. But anyway, I want to say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. All my social medias are down in the description, so you want to come say hi or want to come join my Discord server, you're all down there. But take care.